everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. My name is Rachel. Today we're really going to get our bodies moving. We're going to flow through a couple asanas or poses. So let's get right into it. Finding your way to the top of your mat. I want you to take a nice big shoulder roll. Roll your shoulders back and down, turning your palms to face the front. Really spread your fingers wide here. Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a nice deep inhale. Start to reach your arms up. Look up if you've got it. Exhale, fold forward, tipping from the hips, bending your knees here if that feels good. Inhale, lifting the upper body halfway, hands could find the shins. And exhale, folding forward. Again, bending the knees. Inhale, brings you all the way up. Reach those arms up, look up. Exhale your hands through heart center to your sides. Roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, just your upper body's gonna come up. Hands could find the shins. And exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale all the way up. Reach up, look up. Exhale your hands through heart center and to your sides. One more shoulder roll. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, tip it forward. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. How flat can you make your back here? Take another inhale. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands on your mat and step or walk your feet all the way back into downward facing dog. So just taking a few breaths here. If you want to take your dog for a little walk, you could bend one knee, you could straighten the other, just warming up through the back of the legs, starting to feel those shoulders working a little bit. So I want you to let your head be heavy, relaxing the neck, gazing towards the toes perhaps. Awesome, you guys. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Using an inhale, start to look between your hands. Exhale, walk or step your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale, upper body's coming up halfway. Exhale, folding forward. Bend your knees a little bit. Inhale all the way up. Reach up, look up. Exhale your hands through heart center to your sides. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back into your downward facing dog. Taking a few breaths here again, still warming up the body. So if you want to pedal those feet, pedal the feet, or maybe just find stillness in your downward facing dog. Just think about drawing those shoulders back towards the bottom of your mat, relaxing the head and the neck. Feel what you feel. And with your next inhale, start to draw those shoulders forward now, finding high plank. So you can keep your hands and your feet where they were. Breathe here. Option to drop to the knees or stay on the balls of the feet. You could also find your forearms if your wrists don't like this. Belly button back towards the spine. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, bend your elbows, slowly lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Untuck your toes on the top of your feet. Inhale, start to lift the chest. Roll your shoulders back and down for a low cobra. Breathe. So you can stay here with the elbows bent, or you could straighten the arms if you want to take that further. Still dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Soften your glutes. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. With an inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up, look up. Maybe add a little bit of back bend if that feels good. Take one more deep breath in. And with an exhale, tip forward, fold all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands. We're going to step back into a high plank. So from your knees or your toes, settle in. Still getting a little bit warmer here, you guys. Awesome job. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale, start to lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Untuck your toes, find the top of your feet. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice job, you guys. Walk your big toes to touch. Inhale, your right foot nice and high. Three-legged dog, so think about really lengthening that leg that's up in the air. Flex your foot, point those toes straight down towards the floor. And then notice what that left heel is doing. Think about maybe just dropping it ever so slightly closer to the mat. Get a nice calf stretch. Breathing. One more inhale, start to look between your hands. And exhale, swing that foot all the way to the top of your mat, finding a lunge. So you could drop your back knee onto the mat if you'd like, or you could keep that back knee lifted. Okay, light through those fingertips if you can. Maybe you can actually pick them up off of the mat. Start to engage that core if you aren't already. Take another inhale, start to look to the front of the room. And exhale, step your back foot to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, reaching up, looking up, adding that extra breath in at the top. And with an exhale, folding all the way down. Nice, you guys. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back into your plank. In your plank, take another inhale. Exhale, this time you could lower through chaturanga. Stop halfway in like a low tricep push-up, or lower all the way down to your mat. Inhale, cobra, maybe upward facing dog, lifting your thighs off the floor. Drop the shoulders, take another inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here, slow it down. Nice job, you guys. And when you're ready, bring those big toes back together. Inhale the left foot nice and high. Taking a few moments in your three-legged dog. So think about really lengthening that leg that's in the air. Checking where those toes are pointing. They like to curve out to the side. Think about drawing that big toe so it's pointing straight down to the floor beneath you. Awesome, you guys. Maybe dropping that right heel ever so slightly towards the mat. Take one more inhale, start to look between the hands. And exhale, bring that foot all the way to the top of your mat. Find your lunge, option to drop the back knee or keep the back knee lifted. Light through those fingertips, working those legs, activating the core. Awesome, you guys, take another breath. And with your next inhale, start to look between or to the front of the room. And exhale, step that back foot all the way to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up, look up. As soon as those palms come together, start your exhale. Fold all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to your mat. Inhale, cobra, maybe upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Walking your big toes together. Inhale, your right foot nice and high. Exhale, send that foot through. Find that lunge again. Breathe. Awesome, you guys. So you can drop the back knee if you would like. You could keep your hands on the mat if you would like. Or if you want a little bit more, with an inhale, start to lift your chest off your knee. Maybe reach up, crescent lunge, bending into that front knee, pulling the belly button back towards the spine. Relax your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Awesome work. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, just that left hand is going to come down next to that front foot, and we're twisting. So you're going to turn to the right, look up, reach up with those fingertips, breathe, still in that lunge. Awesome, you guys. One more inhale. And exhale, drop your right hand down, step your front foot all the way back into your plank. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to your mat. Inhale, Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome, you guys. Just a few breaths here. Slow it down. If you need a break, you can always go into child's pose. Nice work, you guys. With your next inhale, we're going to look between our hands. Exhale, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale brings you all the way up. As soon as those palms come together, start your exhale. Fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plant your hands. Option to go straight to downward facing dog or come into your high plank. Exhale, lower halfway or all the way to your mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big toes are coming together. Inhale, your left foot nice and high. Exhale, send that foot through. Find your lunge, so maybe drop the back knee or keep your fingertips on the mat. Perhaps you want to inhale and reach it up for crescent lunge. Relax your shoulders, feel what you feel. Breathe. Sending that belly button back towards the spine, waking up those fingertips that are reaching up. Awesome, you guys. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale. Just that right hand is going to come down to the mat for our twist. So turn to the left, reach up, look up. Nice work, you guys. Let's take one more inhale. And exhale. Drop your left hand down. Step your front foot to the back of your mat. Maybe you're in downward dog now. Maybe you're in high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Up dog or cobra. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Awesome work, you guys. With an inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, walk or step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach up, look up. Take another inhale. And exhale. Bring your hands through heart center to your side. So, starting to bend your knees. I'm just going to turn to face you guys for a sec. Your feet can be together. Your knees can be together for Utkatasana chair pose. Or you could have your feet hip width apart and your knees hip width apart. So find where you want to be and then start to drop your hips like you're sitting in a chair. So from here, we're going to add our arms. Inhale, start to reach up. Breathe. Squeeze those legs together if your legs are together, or just feel those quads working. Wherever you are, drop those hips. Belly button back towards the spine. Spread those fingers wide if you got it. Take another inhale. Start to straighten your legs, and as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, either into downward facing dog or into high plank. If you're in high plank, exhale, lower halfway or all the way to your mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome, you guys. So with an inhale, that right foot's going to come all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, send that foot through. Spin your back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Breathe, sink into that front knee. Wake up that back leg. Trying to show your belly button to the front of the room. Square those shoulders to the front of the room. How are you guys feeling? Getting a little bit warmer. Relax the shoulders. Those legs are working. Bend a little bit more into that front knee. One more inhale. And exhale. Lower your hands down. Step your front foot back into your downward facing dog. Big toes are coming together. Inhale your left foot nice and high. Exhale, send that foot through. Spin the back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Awesome, you guys. Feel those legs. Bend that front knee. Squeeze that back quad. Trying to point your belly button straight forward. Relax those shoulders. Nice and strong. Nice work, you guys. Let's take one more inhale. And an exhale. Lower your hands down. Step your front foot back into your plank or downward facing dog. Exhale to lower if you're in plank. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Awesome, you guys. Let's take another inhale. And as you exhale, drop your knees all the way down to your mat. Bring them out nice and wide. Untuck your toes. Sit back on the heels. Child's pose. Just resting the forehead on the mat. Just slowing down the breath. Just resting the body. Awesome, you guys. When you're ready to come on up very slowly, start to lift your head and your chest. We're going to go into pigeon next. So you can bring your right foot or your right leg forward. And start setting up for your pigeon. So your heel, your right heel might be really close to that left hip. Your shin does not have to be parallel to the top of your mat. But if you do have open hips, you can start bringing that shin a little bit more parallel to the top of your mat. You can also bend that back knee if you need to bend the back knee. Maybe it's straight behind you, but be nice to the hips, nice to the knees, and then starting to maybe melt it down onto the forearms if that feels good. Maybe you can rest your head on your mat or on your arms, feeling this through the outer right glute, right hip. I'm just going to take 3 or so more breath on this side, just relaxing into it. Try not to hold the upper body up. Just try to relax it down. Nice job, you guys. With an inhale, just start to lift back up. You can tuck your back toes under. You can either go back onto your hands and your knees or all the way into a downward facing dog. Just maybe rock those hips from side to side. And when you're ready to go onto that left side, you can send the left leg through to the top of your mat, setting up your pigeon. So again, your heel might be really close to your hip. If you've got tight hips or if you're feeling any discomfort in the knee, bring that heel nice and close to that hip. If you've got a little bit more openness to the hips, then you start working on bringing the shin parallel to the top of your mat. So just deciding where you want that heel to be, maybe bending the back leg to the side a little bit if that feels better. And then just relaxing into it, feeling that stretch, this time through the left side. So let's take just 3 more breaths or so here, relaxing into it. Close the eyes if that feels good. And then nice and slowly, you can start to push yourself up onto your hands, tuck the back toes, either coming into tabletop or downward facing dog, maybe just rocking those hips from side to side. So if you did come into downward dog, Stay as long as you'd like, and then bring your knees back down to the mat. We're going to cross our ankles, and we're going to lay down on our backs. So with your feet planted, your knees bent, I want you to reach your arms out to either side. You're just going to pick the hips up a little bit and then slide them over to the right side of your mat. So just move them over a little, and then your knees are going to fall to the left. So let the right hip lift, let it stack on top of the left hip. Your knees can stack on top of each other, or you could actually wrap the top leg over the bottom leg, but we're twisting. So I just want you to adjust those shoulders. Try to keep that right shoulder down if it's lifting up on you. And then just close the eyes. Breathe. Letting go of that nice flow that we just did. And using an inhale, you can lift those knees, come all the way back. So plant your feet, keep those knees bent, lift the hips and slide them over to the left side of your mat this time. Let the knees fall to the right. Maybe stack the knees or wrap the top leg around the bottom leg. And I guess I should tell you why I asked you to scooch your hips over to one side of your mat. That's just to keep the spine in a nice straight line. So if you were to look down to the hips, your upper body, your shoulders are in line with those hips. Still in a straight line, but it's twisting. Nice work, you guys. With an inhale, start to lift those knees. Plant your feet. Either rock those knees just side to side or hug your knees all the way into the chest and then rock side to side. And staying here a little longer if you'd like, or you can start to let go of your legs, sending them out nice and long on your mat. Making your way into Shavasana, our final relaxations. Just spread your feet so they're on the edges of your mat. Take your arms, rest them beside you, flipping your palms to face up. Taking a nice inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Awesome work, you guys. Please stay as long as you would like in Shavasana. Just relaxing the body. Whenever you're ready to start to make your way out, feel free. And until next time, you guys, just have an awesome day. I'll see you guys soon. Namaste.